Hello everyone, and we have another selection of news on the quarantine. And it seems like there is a hope that this is the last news in this format, since quarantine is slowly ending and training centers are starting to come to their senses. About what exactly awaits us in the nearest future, what starts have been postponed, and who return to the trainings, I will tell you in this video. One of the unpleasant news for junior gymnasts is that the FIG Executive Committee decided to postpone the Junior World Championship. They postponed it from 2021 to 2023. Accordingly, gymnasts who were preparing to perform at the World Championship next year will be left without the opportunity to participate in the Junior World Championship. They explained the cancellation of the start in 2021 as not to overload the calendar of tournaments that year. As we recall, the Tokyo Olympics will also be held in 2021. From May 25th, the Novogorsk base where the Russian national rhythmic gymnastics team is training, as well as the Krugle Lake, are fully operating. From June 1st, other federal bases located in the Krasnodar territory, Stavropol territory, and Crimea will be ready to start working. The All-Russian Federation of Rhythmic Gymnastics asked leaders in the regions to allow individual trainings for members of the Russian national team, as part of the phased removal of restrictive measures and in order to maintain athletic performance, as well as fully restore and prepare gymnasts for future starts. It turns out that girls will be able to start training already in their cities. Yana Kudryavtseva, together with Alexandra Soldatova, conducted a live broadcast in which they answered questions, recalled their career, and told many interesting stories. The Ukrainian national team has already continued its trainings after quitting the quarantine. The girls undergo intensive trainings and there have been some changes in the compositions of the team. But the information about the changes in the compositions of the team are still not available. Well, and not far from the topic, Ukraine is still determined to host the European Championship this year on its territory. There are no dates yet, but there is a promise that the European Championship will be important for them, as Irina Derugina says that this is the chance to win licenses for the Olympics. In one of the previous videos, I talked about Katerina Galkina, who is a member of the national team of Belarus, and that she got sick with the coronavirus. The disease went away, and that's what Katya wrote about it in her Instagram. What symptoms did I have? At first, the most ordinary. I felt weak and I shivered a lot. After a couple of days, I had an unusual headache. I wanted to tear my head and roll it on the ground. I didn't have fever. After 5 days, the sense of smell disappeared, which made it clear that this was coronavirus. The smell doesn't appear in a very long time after the virus. It comes to 2 or 3 months. Therefore, in the restaurants, I'll be the most unpretentious guest. In general, everything is fine with Katya, and now she has already passed her quarantine isolation. There was also an information that the Olympics in 2024 could be cancelled or postponed. The game should be held in Paris, and in connection with the pandemic of the coronavirus in Paris, they panicked because of the economic crisis, which will cover everyone now and in the nearest future. The authorities are worried that they will not be able to organize the Olympics at the proper level, and this is useless when in the world of financial problems such events are held. This should not affect Tokyo, since everything is already ready there, but the French are worried that the holding of the Olympic Games will affect their crisis in the country even more. Write down in the comments what do you think about the Olympics in 2024. Is it necessary to hold them, or it's better to save the budgets? Well, this is it for the selection of the news for today. Wait for a new piece of information. I already hope that in the next video I'll be able to tell you the dates of the next starts. Remember that I love you all, and for now, goodbye. The video was translated and dubbed by Alexandra Sinitsa.